Welcome to the Classic Game Room Extra text review, amazing review of Mass Effect 2. When I saw Video Games Live recently, the composer of the music from Mass Effect was conducting the orchestra. How cool was that? The music is awesome. This is a scripted review from the ClassicGameroom.com website, written by Jason Lang. Question Jason's credibility? He owns a Vectrex. So here we go, Mass Effect 2 on 360 and PC. He reviewed the PC version. It makes perfect logical sense to listen to the criticisms of a game and fix them. That is what BioWare has done to Mass Effect 2, having corrected most of the mistakes made in the first game. The end result is a sequel nearly flawless in design, mixing the third-person shooter / role-playing game genres to make what can be considered a masterpiece. Just like Yar's Revenge. But no game is ever perfect. No, Jason, you're wrong there. Yar's Revenge is perfect. And while Mass Effect 2 is no exception, the powerful story and gameplay should make for an unforgettable experience. I'll withhold any Yar's Revenge comments. The story of Mass Effect 2 picks up immediately from Mass Effect, revisiting Commander Shepard's mission to fight the Geth, a race of sentient machines. Tragedy befalls Shepard and the Normandy crew, making for some emotional moments before the game begins. Shepard is recovered by the pro-human faction, Cerberus, waking up one of their space stations during an attack. Shepard runs into Cerberus operatives Miranda Lawson and Jacob Taylor, who fill Shepard in on the events of the first Mass Effect after escaping the station. This gives a chance for new players to fill in some of the important events that took place in the first game. Of course, you can just buy the first game for like $15 now, so you should do that. The gameplay of Mass Effect 2 is very different from its predecessor, now utilizing a familiar-feeling Gears of War-style cover system, using ammo instead of weapon overheating, and having removed some of the more cumbersome elements. No longer is there a messy inventory to deal with, no longer are there 4 weapon types that feel the same. Now there is virtually no inventory to speak of, and weapon management is dealt with at a terminal. There are a total of 19 weapons to use, and they have their own properties that set themselves apart. Mass Effect 2 allows you to select one of several classes at the beginning to suit a specific style of combat. For this review, Jason chose Vanguard, which is a high-risk, high-reward, close-quarters combat style. And while it was very dangerous, the powers were a blast to use. You can position and order your teammates, and while their AI usually doesn't falter, it allows you to make more tactical decisions. With no inventory management, various weapons to choose from, unique classes, and team management options, Mass Effect 2 has hit all of the right notes in gameplay design, putting simplicity over unnecessary complexity. I'm reading an abridged version of the review, but Jason does conclude by saying that Mass Effect 2 is one of the best shooters in history. How much Mass Effect 2 means to you may differ, as the story and characters will play a prominent role in your final consensus, but there's no denying that it is a landmark in gaming. Well, they may have simplified the controls, Jason, but seriously, there's nothing more simple than flying a bug around in space, shooting a shield, hiding in distortion, and firing the Zorlon cannon. You can read Jason's full review, which goes into more depth than I covered here, at ClassicGameroom.com.